Now it's time to begin constructing our site with some content. Now one of the modules that we do need to, or I suggest having turned on, is the path module. The reason is that you can actually give your page a name in here. So make sure you turn that on for ease of use. It is optional, but we will want to turn that on. I actually instruct you to not turn that on, but you do actually probably want to, because it gives you a more search engine friendly URL rather than node or node 1 or whatever. So make sure you turn that on first. Now that we've set that, let's go and create some content. Now the first menu here shows you what everything is and explains what they are. The book is a collaborative writing effort, so many users can participate in creating a book. A forum topic, a new discussion topic for the forums. A page and a story. A page is a static page, and a story would be where you would put articles. Now, what we're going to do first is create a page, which will be our home page. And let's give it a title. So all about German Shepherds, and then you put in the body your article or the front page. This is going to be your home page, so you'd give some description that would be good for a home page. Actually, we should spell this right. We need to change that too. Anyway, and then, like I said, we'll put some body text in here for our home page. And paste our article in there. Down here, you can set up some menu settings. So the title, we'll just call this home page, but on your menu, this would be the title that appears on the menu. And you can put some description here as well. And the parent item is right now set to navigation, and that's fine. We're just going to put it there. Later on, when we get more content, we can start choosing parent items. Comment settings, whether you want them disabled or read only. Disabled on our home page. File attachments. We don't want an attachment on the home page. URL path settings. This is where we can give it an actual name so that our URL looks better. So let's just call this the German Shepherd. This gets a more search engine friendly URL. Authoring information, who's authoring it, and the date. And it will use the time of that's on the site. And publishing options. Published, promoted to front page, which we want to do. That means by checking that, that will now be our front page that comes up when the site loads, rather than the instruction page that we got when we first set up the site. Now let's just preview it. That's all good. And then we can submit. And there's our first piece of content, which is our home page. Now we'll see that over here we see home page is here, and if we click on that, it actually brings up the home page. Also, if we click on this link up here, this is going to take us to the main site, and now the front page that was here before, that was our intro page when we installed Drupal, it's been replaced by this, and read more. brings up the whole article, the whole page, I should say. Now these pages are also fully HTML enabled, so you can go into edit and you can put any type of HTML code in here that you like. And then if we're going to go and preview this now, you'll see that it is taken on our bold tag that we just put in there. Now, since we've turned our path on and we've made this our home page, if we were to go back into administer now, and we go to site management, site building, you'll see that we now have URL alias down here. If we click on that, you'll see that the alias home of the German Shepherd has been placed by the system, which is node/1, which would normally be how you would have to address it. So that is a little further explanation of how the path works and the aliasing. The next kind of content we're going to look at is called stories. Now stories is just another word for article. And actually you can see what it says about stories here. Stories are articles in their simplest form. They have an article teaser and a body, but can be extended by other modules. The teaser is part of the body too. Stories may be used as a personal blog or for news articles. Well, that's what it says about stories. So let's go and we'll just create an article here. Okay, so I've gone ahead and pasted an article in here. And we look at input format, and we set earlier full HTML as our input format. Menu settings, and we might want to just take the title and put it in the title here. And the description, it displays when somebody hovers over the menu description or the menu title. So you don't really need to do anything. Now, parent item. You want to put this under the home page. Okay, comment settings. Do we want them to be able to read write on here? Yes, we'll say. File attachments. Do we want to attach any files? No. URL path. Let's just put our title in there. Author information. Publishing options. Okay, uncheck this or it becomes a home page. And then submit. Now you'll see on the side here we have home page, and beneath that on our menu we have German Shepherd coat colors and patterns vary greatly. And if we were to go and administer, look at our site building and URL aliases, you'll see that normally we would have to put node/2 as our page. It's now been aliased with this URL. Now you notice that we also have an outline option over here. This allows you to actually have your page turned into a book if you want in the book hierarchy. So if we're to click on that, and under books it's showing us that there's nothing in it right now. You can give a little message here just explaining what you're doing. the help button that says down here, an explanation to help other authors understand the motivation to put this post into the book. Okay, and then if we were to add to book outline, and we're to now look at the book hierarchy, we'll see that it's now part of the books. Now that we've got some content on here, we need to go back to our menus a little bit and enable some things. So let's go back to administer. Now we do have an error message here about our cron jobs, and we'll get to that later. Into site building, into menus. Now we're going to want to enable some things. We're going to want to enable books because we now have books. And we can name this whatever we want. We can just leave it as books. Books created from stories. Now you have an expanded here, and if you click that, it just tells you what it does down here. If selected and this menu item has children, the menu will always appear expanded. So go ahead and click that. What that means is basically your menu will always appear expanded. It won't be a, expand as you point at it. Actually, we should just unclick that in this case. Parent item, we're just going to put it under the navigation. And submit. Now up here, you'll see under admin we have books. And then inside our books, we have our story that is part of the book. Let's go back to administer and let's move that book down. So we'll go to site building, menus again. Move to books and edit. And we'll just give it a weight. There we go. So it moved it down. You can move all these around by using that weight as we've shown before.